Okay, my banksters, welcome to the bank. You are here with the teller himself, Rob the Bank. Follow me as I follow money. Let's dive deep and get rich. So, I woke up this morning and I watched a couple videos and I watched some content about the law of attraction. Now, what does this have to do with business? This has everything to do with business. Because the more you can use universal law in your favor, the more you can get the thing that you truly want. The more you can focus on these things. So, let's do this. So, obviously, we got my handy dandy notebook pulled up. So, this is the law. We got the law of attraction. So, law of attraction, pretty much. Well, let's look this stuff up. So y'all know I'm not just saying anything. I'm just not talking out the side of my ass. What is the law of attraction? Let's get the basic definitions of this. What does this mean? Let's see. Forbes. Definitely see what they're talking about. See, okay, this is one of the things that, what is the law of attraction? Because this is the one thing that I truly hate about a lot of things is that you're inundated with a bunch of shit, with a bunch of words, and they're not giving you Elon Musk calls the first principle. They're not giving you the first principle. Look at all this shit just to say whatever it is. Just tell me whatever it is. Stems from the principle that like attracts like. That's what they're saying. Like attract like. This is the basis of law of attraction. Let's see. Every other key that is tuned to the chord quivers in response to the note that's been sounded because frequency resonates. Okay. This is kind of like, it's not giving anything, like, it's not saying anything. Yeah. It's not, let me see. Give me a basic definition. See, when people start talking too much, when they start saying all type of other shit that's trying to confuse me or to try to confuse you, that's how you know it's usually some bullshit. Whenever they get to saying some shit, what does this mean? Well, it can mean this, and this, and ooh. Bro, just tell me what it means. Okay, the law of attraction. We're just gonna go. Law of attraction is a philosophy suggesting that positive thoughts bring positive results in a person's life, while negative thoughts bring negative things. Okay, first off, that's these dumb ass shit. This is dumb. This is stupid. Because pretty much, well, let's just take what they were saying. So you think happy thoughts, good things come to you. Yay. Happy begets happy. Happy begets happy. Money begets money. Money brings money. If you don't know what begets mean, we're going to go here and I'm going to show you. Yeah. Here we go. No. Add this to your repertoire. Begets. Gives rise to or brings about. Keep it simple. Look at that. Success begets further success. That's essentially what they say, right? So the more you want something and all this other shit, the more that you think positive thoughts, it's gonna come. It's gonna, yeah. No. It's not how that works. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not how that works. The more I just think positive. No. Okay, what is this law? Whatever you focus on expands and grows. Here's the Tony Robbins. Okay, here you go. Tony's tweet. This is Tony Robbins saying this. This is tweet. Let me see. I don't have Twitter on this thing, so just to show you. Where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, whatever you focus on grows. In other words, your life is controlled by what you focus on. That's why you need to focus on where you want to go, not what you fear. So essentially what he's saying is whatever you focus on grows. You want to focus on the things that will, you want to have in constant thought. Now, it doesn't have to be positive because that's the funny thing about the law. The law does not care whether you think positive or negative about something. The more you think about it, and I want to add this on top of this, the more you act. Action, let me see, let me do this. Now, action begets results. Have you ever been, let me say this, I've been around this type of person who does nothing but complain. But some miraculous way, they get everything they still want. Like they still are just this super lucky person who gets everything they want still. Have you ever met these people? Because I know these type of people. They just complain and they still get what they want. You know why? Because even though they're saying this, they're focused on whatever they're focused on whatever the result they want, and they act. They're in motion. They're going to do the actual thing. Then they stay focused on whatever the result is, even though they're complaining. The action of complaining, of just saying it, you're still acting. I'm still going out and I'm acting. That's the law of attraction. The law of attraction is to put yourself out there and put yourself in motion. This is the law of attraction. Because let's say I wanna, what the heck? Okay. These people. Yay. And then I'm up here. It's a boulder. I have a boulder. Okay. It's a shitty boulder, but nonetheless, it's a boulder. Okay. I'm up here. I don't want to fucking push the boulder down the hill. Okay. This is the whole thing. Okay. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. Okay. We have a hill. We're going to call this mountain the learning curve. We will call this a boulder, and this is Sisyphus. This is good thoughts, good all this action and all this. now you get the result of getting it downhill. Because now you done push the boulder so far to at the point momentum just takes. And you can't even stop the person. Or you can't even stop what happens. So, what does this really mean? It's you get to a point. So in the book, thank you, Tony. Help me prove my point. Okay. Hypnotic rhythm. This is where you can really take whatever you're doing and go to the next level. Because this helps your mind. Your mind has, okay, let me do this. This also has this. I'm going to help you guys out. Okay. Okay. So your mind has this thing called a confirmation bias. Okay. Which means essentially it's obviously on the handy dandy notebook, but essentially what it means, to summarize and make it simple, is that your mind will confirm whatever it believes in action. So if you think this, if I think I am a loser, your mind, if you say it enough times, which is this hypnotic rhythm, law of the subconscious, if you say it enough times, you are a loser. You're a geek. That's what you are. Fucking geek. If you say it enough times. But the law of hypnotic rhythm is to think of the hypnotic rhythm as the law of subconscious. Brushing the teeth in the morning becomes a permanent part of our lives. And sometimes, okay. They definitely went way off or whatever. This isn't the greatest definition, but the definition of the hypnotic rhythm is something that you do so much that you train your subconscious to be an automatic response to whatever it is you're looking to do or looking to think or wanting to feel or all these type of things. You can train yourself. This is why affirmations are supposed to be what they are. The only thing is that more times than not, when they do this, there's a conflict. You have what's called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. All that means is two opposing thoughts are fighting. All that means. You got one thought, your affirmations, and then reality. Those are the two things that are going to constantly be battling. But the point here is that you want to say the reps, the key to life, the key to getting anything, the key, the 10,000 hour rule, the key to anything successful is not the 10,000 hour rule. I really don't like the 10,000 hour rule. It's the 100,000 reps. Fuck the 10,000 hours. It doesn't matter how fucking long. Like the 10,000 hours means shit. It's the 100,000 reps. Look how many shots Steph Curry takes a day. Look how many times Michael Jordan took game-winning shots a day. Look how many books Tai Lopez reads a day. Look how many, it's reps. It does not matter about the time. It's just like money. You must separate your time and your money. It's the same thing. You must separate your reps from your time. It is not the same thing. What separates a good salesperson from a bad salesperson or a great salesperson? What separates a good salesperson from a great salesperson? It is the amount of reps that they take before they even go to the field. Before they go to the field, in the field, and after they're in the field. A good salesperson is probably before and during. The intensity. That's why it's maniacal. Kobe Bryant has the Mamba mentality because he was maniacal about practice. Everybody says this. Kobe Bryant isn't like if he's an okay basketball player, but his training took him to such another level to where he's respected by a lot of people. And that's why it's not the rep, it's not the time. Fuck the time. The time means shit. It's about how you get that 100,000 reps. Fuck everything else. It's the 100,000 reps, the million reps. What makes Jordan Peterson such a good writer is not because he just thinks about writing or he says, I'm the greatest writer. No, it does not matter. The thing that separates Jordan Peterson from a lot of people on writing is when he wrote 12 rules, he said how many times he made revisions on the book. It was a ridiculous amount of revisions. Let me see if this is a thing. And if not, I am taking it. Law of repetition. The law of repetition. Wow. The law of repetition. Alex Hormozi says this. He preaches this. It is not. Once again, it's about the repetition. So what is this all? How does this all tie back into the law of attraction? Okay, so let's go backwards. The law of attraction. If you have the law, if you repeat, if you do something in repetition, Andrew Tate became a world champion boxer not because he thought positive thoughts and all this other shit. It's a lot of times when you are, Mike Tyson said this, Andrew Tate said this, Muhammad Ali said this. Before you get in that ring, you are scared. You probably thinking the worst shit. This motherfucker might break my jaw. This motherfucker might kill me. This person might fucking destroy me. But what is this mindset? Where does it take you? Does it take you to a fear base? And like, all right, well, I'm just going to just go here and just pray. Or is it going to make you be action-based and get more reps on how to, on getting better so you can quell the fears that you have? It's not about, who cares? It's not about sitting here and thinking, positive thoughts. I'm the greatest fighter ever. I'm the greatest fighter ever. No. I'm going to repeat. I'm going to do rep, and I'm going to show why I'm the greatest fighter ever. I'm going to show Muhammad Ali. I'm going to show you how great I am. Mike Tyson said it a plethora of times. He said he was afraid, but he needed to attack his fear. That's why he trained so hard. That's why he attacked people. He was afraid. This is true. This is a law of life. It's the law of repetition. So this goes back to confirmation bias. And this confirms to yourself. So when you act, when you repeat things, when you get good, because at a certain point, you hit a plateau too. So you'll be okay. Then you have to change the style again to give your body a shock or be around better people. This is why also being around different people can help you attract the things that you want to, because these people are ahead of you. They can motivate you. They can teach you something new. This is why you get coaches. This is why you get mentors, because they can teach you something new and elevate your game that you would probably hit a plateau and you've been stuck here. Then you get with somebody, or so you hear something or somebody says something, you instantly just shoot to the next level. But hypnotic rhythm is repeating something to yourself over and over and over, i.e. music. Whoever you listen to, whoever is, or just like subconscious music, podcasts, people you listen to, whatever it is, the thoughts you repeat to yourself are the thought comes into reality. Whatever you focus on grows and expands. That is a law. Whatever you focus on grows and expands. And on top of that, whatever you act on, whatever action is taken as well, also confirms this. So if you think of the hypnotic rhythm, which is the law of subconscious in the mind, you got the conscious mind, which is you, the front lobe, is you able to process and think. The thoughts that you can have, the thoughts that you think. And then you have the subconscious mind, which is the part that pumps the blood through your body, your heartbeat, you breathe, the things that you don't have to think about, your reflexes, all these things. You can train your reflexes. You can be naturally gifted with like really good reflexes, but you can train your reflexes as well. How? Practice. What is practice? Repetition. Repetition. Okay? And when you repeat these things or you say these affirmations, you have to do them with action. Once you do an affirmation with action, it's a confirmation bias. Because now it's confirming what you're saying. So usually, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people answer this problem, you sit there and say, I'm 100,000. I make $100,000 a year. And your brain is like, bro, no the fuck you don't. What the fuck are you talking about? Because it doesn't work that way. It works in a very specific way. You say, this is, you have to put the work in and you have to be this. This is what it is. So now, I want $100,000 per annum or per year. Okay, that's what you want. We all can have things that we want. Okay, so how do we take this and make this a good affirmation? Okay, first off, what is it? The law of Keith Cunningham, The Road Less Stupid, is all about questions, right? So when you ask a question, okay, what action can I repeat 100,000 times That's the next question. What action can I repeat 100,000 times? Now we want to ask this. What action can I repeat 100,000 times? What are we being good at? Right? Let's say if it's, let me stop saying right. Look, I'm repeating myself and I don't want to be that guy who's like always saying right. Yeah? Huh? No. So a barber wants to make $100,000 a year. What action can I repeat 100,000 times? Obviously, cut hair. Clearly, simple answer. But he can take this now and say, okay, let's say in a year, how can I cut 100,000 heads? Listen, it's exaggerated, but I'm just trying to prove a point. So 100,000 heads. So he has to cut 100,000 heads. Now let's say he does this all at $10 a pop. That's $1 million, first off. Okay? This is the first thing. He does that. He just made $1 million by cutting 100,000 heads at $10. That's the first thing. Because now his goal is to make $100,000 per year. So let's just change this. Let's make it $100,000 per year. So let me change this. Let's say, oh shit. There we go. 10,000. So his goal, scrap off this. His goal is 10,000. His goal is 100,000 per year times $10 equals 100,000. Okay, so now he's finding how to focus on. He's finding the law of attraction. This is the law of attraction of knowing how to act, of knowing how to get there. This is what he's trying to do. This is the law of attraction. Because now you're goal setting. Because now you know what I need to do, what I need to repeat. I'm cutting heads. I already know how to cut heads. He can cut 100, and this is what I meant to do. He can cut 100,000 people in a year for $1. He made $100,000. And now he can sit, and after a while, he's going to automatically be good. After a certain point, he could be shit at the beginning, horrible. He could be absolutely horrible. Absolutely. Now, am I saying this is real, like realistic numbers? No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. It's the repetitions that he's putting in. Because he can be dog shit. He can be horrible at cutting heads. But I can guarantee by the end of that 100,000, if he's cut 100,000 people for $1, I can guarantee you by the end of that 1,000, 100,000, at the end of that 100,000, he will be cold. I can guarantee you at the end of that 100,000 people, he will be amazing. Amazing. But now, this also what happens, because this goes into the focus part. Whatever you focus on, expand and grows. Is the next part, focus. Okay? Equals simplicity. Okay. This is also what you need. You need simplicity. Also known as niche. This is what people call a niche. It's called simplicity. If this guy went from, obviously it can be, let's say it goes from 100,000 to 10,000 or to 1,000 people, right? Times, and what he has to do, he can charge $100 now. He gets $100,000. Okay. So now he can make $100,000 by cutting 1,000 people. But all he does, this is all he does. He simplified his approach. He honed down to people that are willing to pay $100,000. All he does is uptown fades. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Uptown fades. This all he does. The only person in the city that does uptown fades. He's the best in the city for uptown fades. This is what I do, baby. Uptown fades. I already cut 100,000 heads. I can focus now on I can focus now, and I can hone down, simplify. Instead of doing this type of fade, this type of lineup, this type of all this other shit. Obviously, you can tell I haven't gotten a haircut in a minute. But he focused. So now he simplified and honed down. He simplified his thing to say there's only one type of person that comes to me, and that's a person who wants his uptown fade. So now he just cut down from 100,000 people to 1,000 people, charged more, and made the same thing. But he could not have done that without the reps. He could not have done that without this. Without the reps, He could not have attracted his goal. He needed the reps. You need the reps. You can't charge people. You can't charge. Let's say you can't charge us $100 per haircut if you have not done the reps. If you are not exchanged, the reason why Kobe Bryant gets paid the way he does. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. The reason why Aaron Judge, Mike Carlos Stanley, it's a slew of other people, but Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, George Soros, all these people get paid the way they do because they simplified their approach and they focused and honed in on what it is and got the reps. They try. I can guarantee you. I watched a few Ray Dalio. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure they tried a plethora of different things first. Then it was like, okay, most of it, they kept honing. They kept cutting things off. So it's just like this. You like a fat guy, right? The Snorlax. Okay, this is you at first. But then it's just like cutting weight. Cutting weight is the same thing as the law of attraction. So now it's action. Action, this is also Action Jackson and results. He got the action. He's fat, but he starts putting in work. Action begets results. So now he's this guy, super swole guy with abs and a chest and legs. and legs. He's swole, like me. I don't know how long this shit is so far. I'm definitely going over my time. I told myself I'm going to keep it like 15 minutes. I did not do that. But yeah, so he's fat. Paul Tudor Jones, Ray Dalio, all these people. Why? The range was like a shotgun. Okay? They just shooting everywhere, pellets. Pow, shoot, pow, pow. Just trying a bunch of different shit. We're just going to try a lot of different shit. But then they started to find things that like, okay, I'm making money doing this. I'm making money doing this. I'm making money do this. Okay, let's simplify our approach. Instead of doing all this extra shit, we can simplify the approach. Excuse me. We can simplify the approach. We can hone in the approach. We can niche down. We can focus. Once you go from that, now you can go down. So this is where the fat guy, this guy, Action Jackson, is now the result foe. He's a result foe. That's why he became it. Because now he focused. He honed in. It's the same thing. This is, just thinking, this is your mind. This guy right here, this is your mind. Your mind can become stronger. This is a horrible brain. But nonetheless, that's a strong mind. Obviously, you can tell I'm Picasso. But the more, and this is where the affirmation and confirmation bias plays into you going into it, having the reps. If you go out there, like for me personally, I do dips every single day. I do 100 dips. You can go on my Instagram. I have dips on there. I do dips. Do 100 dips every day. Because it trains the body. I get the rep. Some people go to the gym and do 100 reps every once a week. Let's say they do 100 or 200. I do 100 a day. That's 700 in a week. Let's say in a month, four weeks. 7 times 4, 28. I did 2,800 reps. You did 800. I beaten you by 2,000. I can get to the 100,000 reps faster than you can. My dips, my triceps is going to be better. Just off the sheer number of reps that I'm doing. It's about the reps. If you take more reps, you can be dog shit. You can be horrible. This is why, what's the old saying? Oh man, what is the old saying? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. What the fuck does that mean? I interpret that as the person, hard work. If you gifted, hard work be talent. Talent, you think I don't have to do as many reps, which is not true. I don't have to take as many reps as the other guy because I'm talented. Bullshit. If anything, if you're talented, you have to take more reps. Because even though the dude who isn't as good, he gets more reps than you, yes, don't get me wrong. He started at a lower plateau than you. He started at a lower level than you. But he can catch you. Because even though, okay. Wow. Right here. So let's say it like this. So this is Mr. Talent. Mr. Talent, right? And then you got Mr. Normal. Mr. Not Talent. Mr. Not Talent. Let's see this. Okay, and you got Mr. Not Talent. Mr. Talent starts at a level 7. He's already here. This is Mr. Talent. He starts at a level. But Mr. Not Talent starts at a level 2. Right? Well, let's say it like this. Let me make it simple. He starts at a level 10. He starts at a level 2. Now, let's say Mr. Talent only he practices twice a day. Let's say he does that. Twice a day, he practices. Mr. Not Talent, practices 4 times a day. And sheer rep. So now this 10 becomes a 12. 12 becomes a 14. 14 becomes a 16. 16 becomes an 18. 20, 22. Let's just go there. The 2 becomes a 6. Then a 10. Then a 14. 18, 22. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took him 6 practices to get to 22. It took this guy 5, which means he caught him because he worked harder. Well, not. He took more reps. He practiced more. He got it into his subconscious that he practiced more. Now, does it work like this in real life? Not particularly, because you also have what's called compounding effect. When you have a compounding effect, you can actually get better. Because you compound. So that 4 turns into an 8 next time. Because then you get better practices, then you get better trainers, then you get all this other shit. This is why LeBron is who he is. Because he mixed talent and the hard work. He makes talent with being smart. He's not just a one-tool player. And I love Vince Carter. But Vince Carter is only known for dunking. LeBron is known for being a high IQ player, being able to pass, being able to make shots, dunk, post. He's a five-tool player. He's not just a guy who's just good at this one particular thing. He's good at everything. And more importantly, LeBron focuses on off-season more than he damn near does a season. LeBron, he spends, what, $2 million, $3 million on this? He spends about $3 million on his physicality, his physical, in and out. Come on, man, you can't beat that. So, long story short, this has been going on for about 40 minutes, and I'm going to stop. I've been talking too much. I've been having fun. The law of attraction equates to the law of repetition and the law of, let's go back, confirmation bias and hypnotic rhythm. The more you say something, the more you do something, the more action that you put in, as well as what you say to yourself and how you speak to yourself. I would say action trumps it, though. Me personally, I would personally say action trumps what you really say to yourself, because you can say you dog shit or something, but you still do it. You just do it and you keep doing it. I think your action trumps that. But if you use them in conjunction, you will get whatever it is you want. So have fun. Yeah. Follow me as I follow money. Catch me on the next one.